What happens when landlords can no longer find tenants? When luxury apartments sit empty? When rent prices start falling month after month? And when investors who expected endless growth suddenly face a harsh reality? Across several U.S. cities, a rental market correction is unfolding. Thousands of new apartments have entered the market. Demand has slowed, and competition among landlords has become fierce. Some are offering free months of rent. Others are cutting prices. A few are struggling to keep their properties profitable. These are the U.S. cities where rents are falling, and landlords are feeling the pressure.
Number 10. Nashville, Tennessee. For years, Nashville seemed unstoppable. People moved in from across the country. Developers raced to build new apartment complexes. Investors poured billions into the city. But eventually, supply began to outpace demand. New units flooded the market. Vacancy rates increased. Landlords who once had waiting lists suddenly found themselves competing for tenants. Many began offering discounts and incentives just to keep apartments occupied.
Number 9. Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix became one of America's hottest housing markets during the pandemic. People arrived seeking lower costs and warm weather. Developers responded with a construction boom. But as migration slowed and thousands of new apartments opened, the market shifted. Rent growth stalled. Then it reversed. Landlords found themselves in a battle to attract renters. The city that once symbolized explosive growth began experiencing one of the sharpest rental slowdowns in the nation.
Number 8. Austin, Texas.
Austin was once the poster child for America's housing boom. Tech workers arrived in huge numbers. Property values soared. Rents skyrocketed. Then came a massive wave of new apartment construction. Entire neighborhoods filled with new residential towers. As supply surged, competition intensified. Many landlords were forced to lower rents or offer generous move-in specials. The city that once had some of the fastest rising rents in America suddenly became known for rent declines.
Number 7. Denver, Colorado. Denver experienced years of rapid population growth. Developers responded aggressively. Apartment construction accelerated. But as more buildings came online, the market became saturated. Vacancies rose. Landlords faced increasing pressure to maintain occupancy. In many areas, renters gained bargaining power for the first time in years.
Number 6. Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta attracted major corporations and a growing workforce. The city's population expanded rapidly. Developers rushed to meet expected demand. But construction continued even as economic conditions changed. Today, many landlords are competing against a large supply of new apartments. Rent growth has weakened, and concessions have become increasingly common.
Number 5. Dallas, Texas.
Dallas experienced one of the largest apartment construction booms in the country. Thousands upon thousands of new units entered the market. Initially, demand absorbed much of the supply, but eventually the balance shifted. Landlords began offering free rent periods, reduced deposits, and other incentives. The competition became intense. For renters, it created opportunities. For landlords, it created headaches.
Number 4. Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte's financial sector helped fuel years of growth. Developers anticipated continued expansion. Large apartment projects appeared across the city. But as supply increased, pricing power weakened. Many landlords discovered that raising rents was no longer easy. Some were forced to lower expectations and adjust pricing strategies.
Number 3. Salt Lake City, Utah.
Salt Lake City experienced a remarkable population boom. Developers responded with ambitious building projects. New apartment communities emerged throughout the metro area, but rapid construction eventually created excess inventory. Vacancies increased. Landlords who once enjoyed strong demand found themselves offering incentives to fill units.
Number 2. Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh became one of America's fastest-growing cities. Technology firms expanded. New residents arrived. Developers rushed to build. But the surge in construction created intense competition. As more apartments entered the market, landlords faced growing challenges maintaining high rental rates. Many were forced to become more flexible.
Number 1. Austin's surprising second wave.
While many cities have seen rent declines, Austin remains one of the most closely watched examples. The scale of construction was enormous. Developers added tens of thousands of units. As supply continued growing, rents fell significantly from their peak levels in many neighborhoods. For renters, the market became more affordable. For landlords, the adjustment has been painful. The city that once symbolized America's rental boom became a symbol of what happens when supply finally catches up with demand. The rental market is changing. For years, rising rents seemed inevitable. But today's reality is different. In many cities, landlords are competing harder than ever. Renters have more choices, more negotiating power, and more opportunities to find better deals. The question now is whether these rent declines are temporary or the beginning of a much larger shift in America's housing market. Because when supply rises faster than demand, even the strongest rental booms